Rigorous science, I think, should be at the core of everything that we do. I mean, at the end of the day, we are the health and wellness industry. And we are here to make sure we're delivering products that work for, people's health and wellness. And that means we need to make sure we're leveraging rigorous science in when we do R&D, innovation, new product formulations. We need to also leverage it when we are actually putting claims on labels that people read so that they know what product they're getting and if it's actually going to be effective for the condition that they're purchasing it for. So it's really at the core of everything. It's not really my definition. It's FDA and FTC call it competent and reliable scientific evidence. And that means double-blind, placebo-controlled, rigorous clinical trials. We need randomization to make sure the intervention is the only reason that there may be a difference between placebo and the active ingredient. We need to have large populations to make sure that we can actually detect statistical significance of the efficacy of the product against placebo, because as we all know, the placebo effect is real. We also need to test it on the population, the intended population that we're selling to. If we're going to sell it to women, a clinical trial done on men is not going to work out so well, right? So these are the definitions coming from the FDA and the FTC. And it is something that we can and should be doing, and we should not be just doing it on ingredients, while that is super important. I am a believer in standardized ingredients because that's where it starts. But at the end of the day, dosage is huge. So we need to make sure it is the right dose of the ingredient, but also interactions, synergistic or antagonistic interactions can happen between multiple ingredients. So unless you have a single ingredient product, a vitamin B or whatever, then you need to look at how the various ingredients at those dosages may work together for or against each other. And you really need to do a clinical trial on the finished product. To me, that is truly gold standard. And that trial has to be done on the intended population with a large enough scale to be able to detect the differences, leveraging the competent and reliable scientific evidence methodology I mentioned. I believe that's not just what we need as an industry. That's what the regulators are wanting. That's what the retailers are asking for, because they also feel like they want to make sure they put products on shelves that are, rigorously created, rigorously tested, because those are the products that are going to stay on the shelves. I feel like the pressure should be coming from the consumers, and interestingly enough, that pressure from consumers is increasing. There's been a very interesting report from McKinsey, a 2024 report on wellness, 5,000 plus people surveyed globally. And guess what the top two factors that are driving consumers to purchase health and wellness products? It is efficacy and scientific evidence. The article even had a section about how the consumer demand is now for clinical over clean. That was put in quotes, and that was really one of the headlines in the whole report. So clean, of course, is essential, but that is a clinical trial will test for cleanliness before you do a clinical trial anyway. So the point is that at this point, if something has gone through a clinical trial, you know it's clean. You also know it's what it says it is. It is this dosage, the ingredients that it says it is, because otherwise you wouldn't be doing a clinical trial on it. So we are not buying products because they're only clean. Otherwise, I get clean rice powder. The point is, if I'm there to improve my sleep or my energy level or my gut health, whatever it may be, I want something that is proven to work. And better yet, I want something proven to work for me. And as you know, my passion is for precision medicine. That's where we need to go. Things that are proven to work, that are likely to work for a broad population, even they may not work for everyone at the end of the day. But the point is, it's the consumer who's driving this. Another part of the same McKinsey report is consumers are tired of health washing. They don't want to hear words such as doctor-backed or science-backed unless it actually means something. Like, show me the data. Where is it backed, and how did you actually measure this? Versus using imagery or language that implies versus actually shows them that this product was tested for efficacy. That's what we're paying money for. We also did a study in partnership with UC San Diego last year that was published in Informa as well, is that, again, over 1,000 consumers were surveyed, and they indicated that the power of the term clinically proven, they were 2 times more likely to buy a health and wellness product that said clinically proven. Here we're showing willingness to purchase, and they were more than 20%, they were willing to pay 20% more for that same product, which means you have actually higher margin potential for these products. Again, even if the regulators are not requiring, which I know they're not requiring, that's called guidance. That's why the report is called guidance. It's back to doing the right thing and also following the money. In this case, they both point in the right direction, which is creating products that are clean and safe, of course, but also are proven to work so that you don't just get on the shelf, you stay on the shelf. That you have repeat purchase, that you have consumer loyalty, you have consumer lifetime value. Marketing, packaging, pricing, etc. can really help a brand get on the shelf. I believe it's efficacy, working for consumers so they're willing to come back and buy it. Again, because it helped them with the condition that they were looking for. So while marketing is super powerful to get on the shelf, as is a clinically proven claim, at the end of the day, it is actually the efficacy that's going to enable products to stay on the shelf. So it's going to help products to get on the shelf as well as stay on the shelf. They should look for clinically proven products, and that should give a very high chance of that product working for them. And then they should figure out if there are ways they can enroll in real-world evidence clinical trials to see if that product actually works for them, for their unique body and condition. So in a way, it's a 1-2-step process. Proven means very good product, likely to work for the general population. We're not all the same, as we all know, hence the need for precision medicine. So then taking it to the next level and really going after proven for you, I believe is the next place. I mean, as a society, we're trying to go for precision medicine. And I do believe precision wellness is going to not only make all of us feel better, we'll be more productive. Longevity starts with wellness. Let's not actually focus on what we're going to do later. It's about actually improving quality of life today. And I do believe it really starts with proven products that eventually are proven for you, for your unique body and for your unique condition. There's clearly an increased focus on health and wellness globally, but especially in developed countries such as the United States. And the focus is, we're all focused on longevity. How can we have more, longer, healthier, more productive lives going forward? So we'll achieve that not just by focusing on sick care, which we have to, of course, because we need to take care of the sick and those acute illnesses as well as chronic degenerative illnesses and things like that. But I do believe that the bigger focus should be about how can we extend those healthy years? How can we improve wellness? How can we make sure that quality of life is actually increased across the board for all life stages, all lifestyles, and across all demographics, so that all demographics have that similar access. So this is when the health and wellness focus will actually help. The rising tide is going to help all industries. It's a world of and. Both the supplement industry, the functional foods and functional beverages industry, and the pharmaceutical industry will benefit. The former, because of our focus on wellness and really making sure that with the focus on wellness, we can extend those healthy, productive years. And of course, with the pharmaceuticals, dealing with the sick care and making sure we can actually make that as quick and painless as possible with the fewest side effects. So it's a world of and. We need both sides. But my bet, as you know, is on the supplement and functional food and functional beverage industry because it's about wellness, not about sick care.